Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Well, where are we? Middle of January. If you are an accountant, then it's quite a tough time of year. And even though there's, certain of my clients that are always late, whatever happens, I mean, not late, as in not getting their tax returns done, but actually leaving it very, very late to get me the information. There are an awful lot more this year. And I think a lot of people are hoping that HMRC was going to change the deadlines, but they haven't. So let's not talk about tax, because I talk about tax all the time at the moment and it's boring. And anyhow, that's in a couple of weeks' time. Today, I want to talk to you about dreams, goals, intentions, whatever you like to call them. I don't really like to call them goals because I feel a bit low if I don't hit them. So intentions, it makes it feel a bit softer in my eyes. It's only my view, but hey, anyhow. So obviously with New Year's resolutions and best years yet and all the rest of it, which is absolutely fabulous for a lot of people, we're all trying to set, probably for our businesses, we're all trying to set goals, whether it's financial goals, whether it's how many clients we want to have, whether it's how much time we want to have off during the year, whatever it is, doesn't really matter what it is. How do you set your goals? What do you do to set your goals? I did a fabulous best year yet with Amanda C. Watts. I'm on the Momentum course with her, which is unbelievable. But I did this best year yet with her, and it was fabulous. Actually, it was a very, very different way of doing it than I've ever done it before. But this year I also did it as I don't even know if I can show this to you or not. I'm going to give it a go. I did a vision board, which I have in my office. Oh God, there it is. You can't really see it because it's back to front. It's not back to front actually. It's got various photographs on it and stuff like that of New Zealand. New Zealand is a place that I really want to get to as soon as possible. My eldest son lives out there, and we're hoping that we're going to go for Christmas this year, if we can. We're also supposed to be going to America, but that was supposed to be in September last year, and now it's supposed to be May this year. And honestly, I've got absolutely no idea. I have a picture of someone who is so completely serene and calm. It's unbelievable. Clearly not me, but that's what I'm hoping for. I have a picture of some, what are those things called that you wear when you graduate from uni? Mortarboards, which is a symbolization for my daughter who's at uni at the moment. I have a picture of the most beautiful house in France. We already have a very beautiful house in France, but that's not my aim. My aim is actually to live in France and run gîtes and retreats there. If you are watching live, or even if you're watching on replay, please put #live or #replay and comment so I know who's there. It'd be lovely to see you. I also have various other pictures on my vision board. Like, what else have I got? I've got a picture of my office, which also looks calm and serene. There's a lot of calm and serenity in my vision board. And I have a thing that says 3 10K clients by the 30th of December. Which actually I've over exceeded anyhow, so that's absolutely fine. So vision boards, I did all mine online actually this time. I usually do it from magazines, but actually I wanted to do it online. I wanted to do it quicker and I wanted to do it more efficiently, so I did it online. So let's go through dreams, goals, intentions. How do you set them? What do you do? How can it work really well for your business? So in my eyes, entrepreneurs are motivated to shoot for the moon in their goals and their dreams, but there's some merit to this idiom, but there's also downside as well. To set your goals and expectations just too high can diminish your odds of actually achieving them. Too many entrepreneurs are getting caught up in the dream, but they actually probably aren't actually that much closer to living it because their dreams are just so high, too high. And therefore, if you don't reach those dreams, it makes you feel a little bit, well, in my case, it makes you feel a little bit not so great. And so what's the point of setting the goal? If you want to set a goal, set it is actually achievable. Because if it's achievable, then you can start celebrating. And that's another thing that we'll go through in a minute. When you're setting your goals, how do you do it? I have 3 goals that I set, and I now do it. I used to do it on a 90-day rolling thing, but actually I'm now doing it on a 6-week thing, because 90 days ahead at the moment is just too much. Can't do it. Nobody can know what the heck is going to be happening in 90 days. So if we do it 6 weeks, 6 weeks to me works really nicely. 6 weeks is obviously it's a bit more than a month, but it's a bit less than 2 months. But it's that nice sort of happy medium in my eyes. When you're setting yourself a goal, if you set them to your goals too high, it's like if you're starting to run. You've never run before in your life, and you've decided that you are going to run a marathon next weekend. You're not going to do that, are you? You're going to have to do some training to get there. So what do? You set some goals. So you set some goals to, okay, by the end of the month, I'm going to be running 5K. By the end of the next month, I'm going to be running 10K, whatever it happens to be, so that they're small, they're achievable. What do they say? You eat an elephant a bite at a time, mouthful at a time, bite at a time. Little steps. That's what you need to do, is just little steps. If you do it too much, you start trying to run a marathon in the first weekend, what's going to happen? You're going to be very injured after about a mile, which isn't great. So if you do it, you set your goals to 5K or 10K, whatever it happens to be, whatever works for you, then when you reach that goal, those neurons will start firing. There's feel-good hormones, the ones, my brain's gone, the dopamine rush, that's it. And in business, if you can set those goals to having 1 client, 2 clients, 3 clients, whatever it happens to be, just very, very slowly, it can make an enormous difference. Once you get that dopamine rush, you're likely to try and set them higher. So the next 6 weeks you do it, okay, fine. Last time I did it, that I wanted 1 client a month to be working on, whatever it happened to be. This 6 weeks, I want 3. And I want 3 at a certain amount each month. End of story. That is my goal. So if you make it achievable, you make it realistic, then you're much more likely to accomplish it. I don't mean you have to. Once you set your bar, sorry, I'm not making this very clear. I don't mean when you're setting your bar, I don't mean it has to stay there necessarily. There's no reason why you can't raise that bar, but it's very, very difficult to lower it down. So if you can do it so that you've just set it a little bar, reach that one, then the next bar, reach that one, then the next bar, it makes much, much more sense. Well, in my eyes, it makes much more sense. So this is a goal setting process that can help just about anybody set any goal that needs to be done. And the reward associated with the completion comes along in smaller doses as well. So it's really quite useful. Category 1 is something you could do. Category 1 is something you could do. You could do this with your eyes closed. It's simple, but it's necessary. Anyone who is reasonably healthy can work up to running a mile. 1 single mile. That's it. When you hit this goal, be sure to celebrate. And this is just so key. You've got to celebrate it and feel the satisfaction that you're entitled to, and then raise the bar. The second one is comprised of the things that you really, really want. Now, this might be a revenue goal in your business that would make your business more sustainable. You can support your household with ease. You can pay your employees. You can invest in marketing and growth. Depends what you're wanting to do in your business. But you can keep adding on goals onto this. But again, celebrating as soon as you get there is just so important. And category 3 is where you really shoot for the moon. And this is where the innovation and the highly significant growth really appears. The entrepreneurs have to stretch their comfort zones. We all have to do it. It's quite scary sometimes, but we do actually have to do it. And I think this is where we ask ourselves, what if? What if I've recently niched my business. I've gone right deep down into what I really want out of my business, and I've graded my clients. I've gone through everything, and the way that I now think about my business is I'm full of excitement and full of joy about it, which is in January for me is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. So the goals that I have set are, they're achievable, but they've pushed me out of my comfort zone. They've pushed me out of my comfort zone enough to scare me. Not terrify me, because if they terrify me, I ain't gonna do them, I can tell you that much. But if they scare me a bit, then it's enough to really just push me out. So what I've done, as well as my vision board, is I've changed my passwords on certain things that I use 5-6 times a day, probably. And so when I go into those particular pieces of software, I have to put in this password, and my particular password is whatever it happens to be, but it is all to do with my goals. I'm obviously not going to tell you what it is, but it's all to do with my goals and what I'm aiming for. And the one that I had in December was enough to think, yeah, I'm going to get there. Yeah, right. Oh, well, I have. My goodness. Because I saw it every day, because I typed it in every day, because it was there, it was in the foreground of my mind all the time. It was not miraculous, but it was amazing. It was fantastic. And it was because, well, I was trusting in the universe, actually. I was putting it out there. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to type every time. Oh, look, I've got to put in the password again. Therefore, I did it. I saw it on my vision board, and therefore I pictured it. I could picture myself. I'm quite a visual person. I could picture myself. I can picture myself in New Zealand. I can picture myself on the Golden Gate Bridge when I'm there in California, whenever it actually happens to be. And the difference it makes, because I have those little goals that I can work towards, and it makes such a huge difference. So if you can see yourself traveling, if you can see yourself earning more in your business in order to pay for yourself to go traveling, to have a, I don't know, 3-month sabbatical, whatever it happens to be, take pictures of it in your mind, to close your eyes and actually visualize the whole thing, put it on your vision board, change your password to Golden Gate Bridge or whatever it happens to be. It works. It really, really works. It's fabulous. So I think this is the way to set my goals and to make sure that I have my best year yet. Things will change. We know things are going to change. I mean, we're in lockdown in UK at the moment, but who the heck knows how long that's going to last, or what's going to happen afterwards, what's happening with the new variant, let alone the newish, even newer one that's in Brazil, apparently. I mean, honestly, it changes all the time. So we have to go with the flow as much as possible. And it's crappy, it's difficult, it's really not easy to do. But that's why I like to do 6-week goals, because I think it's really, really important. So what small goals could you set? Just little goals. What small goals could you set that would really, really start to move your business on? What is the first step that you can take to move your business on to wherever it is that you're wanting to go? This is what I work with Profit First. We work in very, very small incremental goals. We start off with a percentage in our profit account of 1%. Now that sounds pathetic, but oh my God, it's something. And as it grows, the excitement in people's faces that they're looking in their profit accounts and they can see it, and it is just, it's fabulous. It is a complete and utter game changer. I'm going to be running a challenge at the end of February, which is going to be about 5 steps to increase profit. But after that, and this is the juicy bit, I'm going to be running a 6-week course on how to really, really accelerate your profit using Profit First, using all of the other tools that I use in my business for my clients, and I get them to 6 figures. That is what I do, is I help people get to 6 figures. I don't mean 6-figure turnovers, I mean 6-figure profits. So they're paying themselves properly, so that they don't have to worry about their tax. so that they are actually making a proper profit out of their business, so that they are in charge of their numbers. To me, this is what I'm passionate about. This is why I set my goals. So, what are 3 small goals that you could set yourself for your business for the next 6 weeks, only for the next 6 weeks, and just see how you go? What are you going to do to make those goals a real thing in your life? Have a fabulous weekend and a fabulous next week. And I'd love to hear from any of you what your goals are. Be really lovely. And if you want to come and join me on my challenge, then please do. If you want to sign up for the waitlist for the Profit Accelerator course, it's all on my website, www.hettyverneyaccounting.co.uk. And yeah, be lovely to see you. See you next Friday. Bye.